A new dawn in India's defence sector. The Navy is set to get 26 roaring Rafales. India has cleared second Rafale jet deal and Prime Minister Modi is likely to ink the pact during his Big Bang France trip. All eyes on his mega France tour.
The roar of the Rafale is being heard afresh in Indian airspace. 7 months after the Indian Air Force took delivery of the last of 36 Rafale fighters from India's original jet deal, it's the Indian Navy's turn to take a tryst with the French combat aircraft. What you're looking at is the marine version of the Rafale, operating off the French Navy's Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier. And the Indian government this week has provided advanced approvals to acquire 26 of this Rafale type to operate off the Indian Navy's two aircraft carriers, the INS Vikrant and INS Vikramaditya. The deal is moving super fast now, with an announcement likely this week when Prime Minister Modi visits Paris to grace the country's Bastille Day celebrations. The Indian Navy currently operates Russian MiG-29K fighters on its aircraft carriers, but has long been of the view that these jets are suboptimal for India's air defense and power projection needs. The Rafale was made to face off in field trials with the formidable American F-18 Super Hornet in Goa last year, before the Indian Navy concluded that the French fighter was the most suitable option. With the decks now cleared for negotiations and an announcement ahead in Paris, the Indian Navy finally gets the new generation marine jets it has been dreaming of. The Rafales for the Indian Navy will be largely similar to the types in service with the Indian Air Force, but with the addition of anti-ship weapons and sensors optimized for over-ocean operations. The jets, with a much greater range and weapon capacity than current jets in Indian service, will provide the Indian Navy with much needed teeth in an ever-expanding sphere of influence in the Indian Ocean region.
India and France are all set to ink a deal on the purchase of 26 Rafale Marines for the Indian Navy. The Indian Air Force already operates 36 Rafale fighter jets, seen as state-of-the-art, cutting-edge technology. The Rafale Marines, according to sources in the Indian Navy, performed better, according to sources, than the F-18 Super Hornets. The Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force are both keen on the Rafale Marines. 26 will be bought, 18 would be on board India's aircraft carrier INS Vikrant. 8 would be based at Indian INS Goa, at the base at Goa. The Rafale Marines will give a major edge to the Indian Navy. In Versailles, France, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.